Today, from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. Down the left sideline. Inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now they go play action now. Burrow flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down. Now the first carry for Zach Moss. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow dancing to his left. That's caught, Andre Yoshivas. A big play there for Cincinnati. 44 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
2nd and 5. Now Burrow changing the look.
To throw again on second down. Burrow sliding out of the pocket. His throw incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
3rd down, here's Brown.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Here's Burrow. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. As they come up now, 2nd and goal.
It connects quickly to Jamar Chase.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
And I think he just wanted to give the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Got a man, it's Brown. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. The The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10.
This one complete to Yoshivas.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now Burrow on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Burrow now off the bootleg.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays. And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now 2nd and 9. Chase, the motion man right.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now it's Burrow.
And he'll find Chase on the right side complete.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good.
And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll throw now on the final play. And this one is incomplete. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with a steal.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3.
The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Well, the Bengal offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time. I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
They'll buy some time right.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
Here we go.
Chase the motion man right.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Right back to Brown. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
And he'll spot Higgins open left side.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
An inside give, Brown. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
102 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Another run for Brown on second down.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mucked that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. Flush to his right.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football. And that ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. you're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with second down coming up.
Here we go. Now Burrow. Open man is Yoshivas.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. This is Brown going up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Burrow will throw.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They will throw on first down with Burrow.
Open man is Chase, complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Chase Brown.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball? That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
54 yards rushing for him now to this point. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And Freiermuth going to have a Steelers first down as he'll be brought down at the 37. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
They toss it to Warren.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Jalen Warren.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Steelers are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now it's Burrow.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Slot man moves right.
They'll fake the jet sweep and go play action with Burrow.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Burrow looking to pass. Steps away to his left. And he's got this down to the 35. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Higgins.
And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Bengals are back within a score.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The Steelers send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. So Burrow and the Bengals
down 31-28, 53 ticks to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Burrow. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. And 2nd down. Burrow. That's complete to Chase. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. To throw, Burrow.
And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And what a big play, because now you're guaranteed at least a shot at extending this one. He had the 40-yard line picked out as his bare minimum to give them some kind of a game-tying attempt, and he got there. Excellent determination on that scramble, and it might just help him snatch away a victory.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Now there's the timeout, signaled for with 2 seconds to go. And the field goal unit likely trying to send this one to overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Steelers who will have the first chance to go down and score here in overtime as we are back underway.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Steelers ready to take over on offense. All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their...
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones, sometimes you get bad ones, sometimes you get great ones, and that's what we